I wanted to share just two quick examples of how engaging our community enables us to create a more hopeful, inclusive community. First, you've probably heard about our Veteran Staffing Network, the VSN. It's a social venture that's created a new employment paradigm for businesses and for thousands of veterans. But did you know that only 30% of working-age adults with disabilities are employed? That's right, the unemployment rate is not 30%, the employment rate is 30%. Therefore, tonight, I'm excited to announce that by leveraging our community, we're porting the model that we pioneered for veterans and military spouses to serve people with disabilities and the employers who want to hire them by launching Edison, the Easter Seals Disability Staffing Network. It's very exciting. Edison really leverages our whole community, Easter Seals business relationships and coaching, as well as community partner training programs and government programs to increase employment of people with disabilities by offering a business-friendly temp to hire or direct hire system. Following Edison's advice, that's a better way to do it. And of course, it takes funding from the community to realize our vision. And therefore, I really want to thank the founding social impact partner of the Veteran Staffing Network that enabled us to start this up, Capital One. And also the founding funders for Edison, the Kessler Foundation and the Pozos Family Foundation. The second example that I want to share traces back to our roots serving children with disabilities and brings it to today. Our inclusive early child development services enable kids with special needs and their typically developing peers to learn together in an environment that benefits both. But did you know that the US Army is actually one of the world's largest operators of child development centers? And they face a constant challenge because all too often parents of children with special needs struggle to stay mission ready when they're worried about their children. Now, through a partnership established under the leadership of General Milley, personnel from Army Child Development Centers are receiving training in special needs and inclusion from the staff at the Easter Seals Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Child Development Center in Washington, D.C., so that they can then enhance inclusion at Army centers around the world. I really can't imagine a greater endorsement of our organization and the amazing quality delivered by our staff. And by leveraging those capabilities in service of the community, we're exponentially expanding the impact that we can have on families who need us. And speaking of Easter Seals staff, one of my great priorities is leveraging their amazing and diverse strengths. And that's why I'm excited that tonight we're going to be presenting the first Leadership Award to recognize leaders from throughout the organization, regardless of their title or position, who demonstrate leadership behaviors that solve problems and produce results that support our mission. Frankly, choosing was very difficult, and I'm glad I didn't have to do it. We actually had a vote of the entire staff because we have so many incredible leaders on our team. But we've winnowed that down to a few finalists, and I'd like to ask all of them to stand and be recognized. You all have so much to be proud of. And now I'd like to read just a couple of quotes from the nomination forms regarding our award winner. She does a phenomenal job meeting each individual child on their level and connecting with them. She's energetic and lifts the spirits of those around her. She's a remarkable human being who humbly seeks the guidance of her fellow teammates and who works diligently and positively for the benefit of the children. So if that's not a leader, I don't know what is. So I'd like to present our Easter Seals Leadership Award to Asia Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, Asia Oliver.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I was not prepared for this. I wanna thank all the teachers that I work with, past and present, administrators past and present, and the children. Oh, you guys have been my inspiration through this whole journey. Thank you so much. Oh, wow.
Congratulations, Asia. And now I'd really like to recognize all of the Easter Seals staff for their amazing caring and dedication. It's a privilege to work with them every day. And before we serve your dinner, we want you to hear from the man who created it. As a 10-year veteran of the United Kingdom's Royal Navy, he has a particular affinity for the men and women who serve in the armed forces, first responders, and the other heroes in our lives. His commitment to military families led him to lend his celebrity to USO tours, the Congressional Medal of Honor Society, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, and his own foundation. And of course, he's also a member of our honorary board. So please join me in welcoming a gentleman who gives new meaning to the phrase, serving those who serve, Chef Robert Irvine.